Hey everyone, welcome to our next route building episode. And I'm currently down at St. Marie's off camera. I've added some details. I put some freight and a phone booth and a Coke box and a bench in just to add some visual interest. And let's go now and get back to where we were, where we left off in the last episode. Our goal is to, I'm hoping to get, here it is, hoping to get down to the end of the lake. It'd be nice if we could do that in this episode. So let's see, there's the rocks. And let's get him to be a little bit smaller. So we'll just continue down here. There we go. Continue on down. One of the things I've been toying with is setting up some Milwaukee Road track on the layout down here, because the Milwaukee Road actually ran through this area. And I know I believe it was their Hiawatha that had actually a stop in Spokane. And I'm thinking of putting some trackage in here that will lead to an IPortal, so that you could then connect this layout up with like the Milwaukee Road Avery Drexel layout. Just gives you an access point to connect it to another layout, and brings in some interesting operating capabilities if we did that. So I think I'm going to do that in this episode. And it gives me an excuse to run Milwaukee trains on the layout. And I will distribute this version of the layout with that with that iPortal connected up, so that you can choose whether you would like to use it or not. And you can, of course, just ignore it because it's not really going to be that visible. I think I'm going to go down in here because this looks like a good area to put some rocks and whatnot down in here. And then we need some waterfall here. Yeah, I want to put this one, I believe. And then let's get down into here. Of course, we'll remove all the grass. Shouldn't have grass growing in the river here, or the lake, where the water is, so to speak. There we go. There we go. Then that can go away. Do that. Okay, so this will be our stopping point for right now. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's put this over here. There we go. Normally I don't worry about this side, but since it's close enough to the rails we see it, might as well put a little bit of detail in here. You might be wondering where this connection is going to be, where we can link up to another layout, and we're not there yet. I will show you where it is. And my original thought is the tracks are going to be on this side of the lake. And we'll have a bridge or something or to get them to connect with... we'll have to have some point where the tracks connect with the Utah and Rocky Mountain tracks. Haven't figured out that piece of it yet. Go. You guys are going to get a little bit extra time. I forgot to set my timer. So we are on 45 more minutes. Nice. What's interesting is that on the layout on this side, I originally had the track coming up on this side of the lake, and I changed my mind. So the roadbed is still over there. It's just hidden by the trees. So we can make use of that on this addition to the layout. Let's get this. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if that's, is that what we want? Like this. There we are. So there we go. Okay, that's got this whole section done. Here, now I'll show you where I think it should go. Basically, just follow this. It goes out to here, and this is where I will put a baseboard which will hold the IPortal, and we will have the trains come onto the layout over here. And they can come down here. We'll get them to snake under the bridge, and they will come over along the water here. And they'll come around. You can have them follow the river down here. But at some point, we have to get them to cross over. And maybe this is the area to have the crossover, and they'll join right here. So I'm thinking that's what we should do. So let's get some track. So what I am proposing we will start right here. And then it's going to come around. Of course, we'll move our trees out of the way here. And then if you were going to put the Milwaukee Road Avery Drexel layout attached to this, you would attach through the IPortal. So we would point the IPortals, this layout over to the other layout, and the other layout you'd have to add an IPortal and point it to this layout. And then when you run the train into the IPortal, you can go over to the other layout. I think this is where we said we would sling it across. Is that where we want it? Or maybe we should put a bridge across here. Take it down to one track. And then we will bring it over to here. And this is where the connection will be made. There. So I think that's what we're going to do. And then we can do a deck bridge. We are. So you'll need it to be at this height. In order to come across. There we go. Now this would be still double track. There we go. With the 2-track one here. That would be the bridge that we'll use there. And I think everything stays on the ground here. Okay. Get it all raised up off the ground here. Okay. Let's okay. That. Now, let's see. We want this to be a nice, easy gradient here. So what do we have? Well, that works. That works right there. Okay, so let's start chopping trees down. Leave those trees there. There, now we've got a road bed to work with. Let's get some trees cleared out of here. Okay. Now, what we want to do is let's get our second track in. There we go. Make sure our reading is correct still. Let's get these two up and make it easier to do this. There we go. Go. Just like that. You know what? I think we're going to go and we're going to get the tracks up. And then we'll slide them together. There we go. Maybe do a bridge over here just to preserve this narrow area. There we go. Okay, so let's get these put together. This is how I built the entire layout. I didn't use the double track because at the time there was no track available to put snow down in the winter, because back in the day you had to change your scenery by your seasons by actually physically changing the textures on the layout. It wasn't like now where they have these seasonal textures. I don't know why he did that. Now, let's see how we can get these two tracks to sneak in. If I do that, I can get both tracks. Now, there we go. There we are. I see a problem here. Need to get him over. These guys straight. And then we can do straight here. No. go. Yeah, so why did that collapse? There we go. There we go. Okay, now let's get I think that's well, when we put the road bed down, that'll fix that. I think he needs to go here. Actually, no. Okay, yeah, let's go through and get this done. And there's our signal that we are at the end of this episode. And before I conclude it, though, I'm going to go get the elevation like this so that we're ready next time to apply the roadbed texture underneath the tracks. That'll get rid of this kind of stuff. And we'll finish our track work by getting it all connected to the Utah and Rocky Mountain. And we'll put in our base tile where the IPortal will live, and we'll add the IPortal in, and then this layout will be ready for connecting to any layout you'd wish to connect it to via the IPortals. I'm planning on doing the Milwaukee Road, Avery Drexel, and we'll go from there. That'll give us some excuse to run some Milwaukee trains on here. And we'll put our final touches on the track work and make it all look nice. Get some telegraph poles in here. I'll have to address this. I don't know if I like that sharp turn there. But we'll make all those final touches, and then we'll finish our texturing on Lake Coeur and go back and inspect our track work up to the tunnel portal that's up here. And then this section will be deemed completed. And we'll continue on our way down to Tenson, where we've got some projects to do down there. I'm going to be fixing up the brickyard, and we'll check. I think there may be some other things we're going to do down there. And yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun to incorporate the Milwaukee Road into our episodes on the channel. And there we go. So that is where we're going to leave things. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. The subscription is free, and it does help to ensure this type of content remains on YouTube. If you like the episode, hit like. That helps us grow the audience. And leave your comments. If you'd like to be notified when the next episodes will be released, hit the bell. And with that, I will see you next time. Bye.